we are going to continue now with an effort to save future moms from having preterm babies. California has a preterm birth rate of 8.5%, and in Fresno County alone, preterm birth rate for Latina women is 9.2%. And Fresno County is addressing the high preterm birth rate. In fact, Hispanic and African American mothers have higher rates of preterm birth babies than many other people.
UCSF San Francisco and the Central Valley Health Policy Institute of Fresno State are collaborating to try and find out what stressors contribute to early births. And they created a study that will follow women throughout their pregnancy and beyond. The study is called SOLARS, Saving Our Ladies from Early Birth and Reducing Stress. So please, help us welcome Dr. Tanya Pacheco-Werner. She's the co-principal investigator for SOLARS, Central Valley Health Policy Institute there at Fresno State. And also joining her is Sonia Mendoza. She's a research assistant there as well. Ladies, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
So first of all, tell us how this study came about. Why was this important to do?
Yeah, so we think that since preterm birth is something that affects not only babies but affects people in the long term and affects families as a whole, wanting to figure out what is it that contributes to this happening more to some women than others. And so this study tries to answer a little bit about that question. Is there something about stress and how women cope with stress, or what protects them from feeling so stressed when situations in their life happens that contribute to either having a preterm birth or protecting them from having a preterm birth?
So can you tell me about the study? How is it going to work? I know you're kind of, I guess you'd say, recruiting women, right?
Yes.
What are you looking for?
We have two ladies also that help out with outreach and recruitment. We're recruiting 100 Latina women who live and work in the Fresno County area who are 16 and over. And we give cash for every survey that they take, and they can receive potentially up to $200. And if they do not have transportation, we will go to them to administer the survey.
Wow.
So yes. Do they have to be a certain term of pregnancy, or is it just 22 weeks or less? 22 weeks or less.
And you will follow them throughout the pregnancy and beyond?
Yes, and we give a final survey out 6 weeks after that they deliver their baby.
Wow.
So once you gather all this information, what's going to be the goal here?
The goal here is to learn what are those key things. Is it having financial hardships that's hard, or is it lack of food? And if so, then what are programs here in the Valley already that we're already partnering with now in this study that can help those circumstances? So help women with financial hardships, help women with food and shelter if they need it. But in addition, we will continue this into a biological phase where we'll repeat the study but also collect blood samples and hair samples from women and baby to see what's the biological process that makes this happen.
Wow, that's interesting. It sounds though you kind of pinpointed some of the culprits, right, of preterm babies, which is stress. So you're looking for even more information than maybe what you already have, correct, Sonia?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So if somebody wants to participate, what do they need to do?
They can contact our email, which is solars.fresno@gmail.com.
Okay.
We post a Facebook page, UCSF SOLARS Latin, our Facebook page, and as well contact information 559-228-2162. I'm so curious what the role is here in this study for the men. Because obviously you don't get pregnant by yourself,
So true.
are you going to be looking at the men, if they are around, if they're married, if they're single? How is that going to play a factor?
Yeah, we do ask women about their relationship, what kind of relationship are they in, and also does that person serve as a support? Are they experiencing things like domestic violence potentially, right? So we do ask a lot about the role of men in their lives. In addition, the larger preterm birth initiative that's where the study falls under is also trying to work directly one-on-one with men and interventions on how to help them understand the importance of preventing preterm birth.
Good, because I know the woman is pregnant, but it's so nice to have that nurturing and support. And if you don't have that, that has to take a toll.
And you know, you have to be honest, a lot of the stressors come from your significant other when you're married, correct? I mean, I don't know if you guys are excited, but sometimes that's the case. So why do you think, Sonia, and I know we only have about 30 seconds, but the rate of preterm babies here in the Central Valley is so much higher, and especially with Latina women. Are you saying that we are dealing with a lot more stress?
We're dealing with a lot of stress here in the valley, especially with the circumstances that are going around with immigration and, you know, some of the social support that they're potentially not receiving. So we're trying to advocate to increase the social support, and that's what these surveys can potentially do for the women here and then the.
Well, obviously, we all want healthy babies. We want healthy moms. So, one more time, how can people sign up for this survey?
Please contact our email, solars.gmail.com, and our contact information as well, 559-228-2162, and our Facebook page.
Wonderful.
So interesting.
I can't wait to see what you find out with this study.
Yes.
It's going to be so
come back and
interesting.
tell us.
When's it going to be done, you think? I guess
We hope to have collected all the data by the end of September and hope to have some results for you the end of the year, beginning of the next year.
Cool. Yeah, let us know.
Thanks, ladies.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having us.